Your EV is losing range right now, and the fix takes 10 minutes once a month. Owners who do this one thing retain 15% more battery capacity after 5 years. It's free, and manufacturers never tell you about it. Here's why. Most people assume that hitting 300,000 miles in an EV is about luck, getting the right battery chemistry, or the right climate. That's not what the data shows. Modern EVs are genuinely built to go the distance. Lithium-ion battery packs are engineered for 1,000 to 2,000 full charge cycles. Spread that across 250 to 300 miles of range per cycle, and you're looking at 250,000 to 300,000 miles before the pack drops to 80% of its original capacity. The Department of Energy and NREL project 12 to 15 years of battery life in moderate climates. Real-world data from large EV fleets backs that up. Average degradation sits around 1.8% per year under normal conditions. But here's the thing, that's the average, and averages hide the gap between owners who maintain 90% capacity at 150,000 miles and those who are down to 70% by 80,000. The difference isn't the car, it's the habits. Small routines repeated every month compound over years into either a battery that holds strong or one that quietly falls apart. And most EV owners have no idea which side of that line they're on, because nobody gave them a checklist. The monthly EV check most owners skip. Once a month before you do anything else on this list, take 5 minutes to run a basic systems check on 3 things: battery behavior, range consistency, and charging performance. Open your car's energy history, either through the infotainment screen or the app. Look at the last 30 days. Is your efficiency per kilowatt hour holding steady or drifting down? Is your estimated range at full charge matching what it showed 3 months ago? Did any charging sessions take longer than usual or peak at a lower rate? These aren't just numbers, they're early warning signals. A sudden drop in efficiency almost always points to something fixable: low tire pressure, climate overuse, or a connector issue, not permanent battery wear. Catching it at month 2 is a maintenance call. Ignoring it for a year is how small problems become expensive ones. Think of it like a blood pressure check. The reading itself doesn't fix anything, but it tells you whether something needs attention before it becomes a crisis. Your EV's energy data works the same way. The car has been logging every mile, every charge session, and every kilowatt hour it consumed. That data is sitting there waiting for you to look at it. This monthly check takes 5 minutes and costs nothing. It's also the single most skipped step in EV ownership, because nothing alerts you to do it. No warning light, no service reminder. You have to build the habit yourself. Adjust your charging limit. Here's a habit that directly controls how fast your battery ages: your daily charge limit. Most EV owners set it to 100% and leave it there. That's one of the most damaging things you can do to a lithium battery over time. When a battery sits at full charge, the high voltage creates continuous stress on the cell structure. The same way a balloon stretched to its limit will weaken faster than one kept at 80%. For daily driving, keep your charge limit between 70 and 80%. That's the sweet spot where voltage stress is lowest, cell chemistry stays stable, and your battery retains capacity over thousands of cycles. Research from Battery University makes this concrete. A battery cycled from 100% to 20% will handle roughly 300 to 400 full cycles before losing 20% of its capacity. That same battery, using the same amount of energy per cycle, but staying between 80% and 40%, will last over 1,000 cycles more. The depth of discharge matters more than how often you charge. Set the limit in your vehicle settings and leave it. Most EVs let you schedule charging automatically. Plug in at night, let the car handle the rest. Save 100% charges for road trips when you actually need every mile. The car is built to handle it occasionally. It's the daily habit of sitting at full charge that quietly ages the pack. Review your charging habits. Once a month, take an honest look at how you actually charged over the last 30 days. 2 questions matter most. How often did you use DC fast charging? And how often did you let the battery drop below 20%? DC fast charging forces a large amount of current into the cells in a short window. That generates heat. Heat is the primary driver of battery degradation. It's not that fast charging is off limits. Most manufacturers build their packs to handle it. But a battery that gets fast charged daily, especially in warm weather, accumulates thermal stress that shows up in the degradation numbers over time. Frequent deep discharges compound the problem. Letting the battery drop to 5% regularly puts stress on the cells at the low end. the same way high voltage stresses them at the top. Keep your daily routine above 20% whenever possible. There's also a pattern worth watching that most drivers never think about: charging immediately after a long highway drive. When you push hard on the highway, the battery heats up. Plugging into a fast charger before it has cooled adds thermal stress on top of the thermal stress. If you've just finished a long drive and need to charge quickly, give the car 15 to 20 minutes to cool down first. It's a small adjustment that reduces unnecessary wear at exactly the moments when the battery is most vulnerable. This isn't about being precious with the car. It's about understanding that the choices you repeat every month add up over 5 years in ways you can actually measure. Small connections now represent tens of thousands of additional miles of usable battery life. Check tire pressure and efficiency. This one gets skipped constantly, and it costs EV owners the real range they never get back. Low tire pressure increases rolling resistance. More rolling resistance means the motor works harder to move the car. The battery drains faster. You charge more often, more charge cycles accumulate. Over months and years, that translates directly into accelerated wear, all because of underinflated tires that looked fine from the outside. On a 250-mile EV, even a small drop in tire pressure can reduce range by 3 to 7%. That's up to 17 miles gone before you've gone anywhere. Once a month, check all 4 tires with a proper gauge. Don't mess with your thumb and guess. Use the PSI number on the sticker inside your driver's door, not the number molded into the tire sidewall. Check them cold before you've driven, because heat from driving raises pressure and gives you a false reading. Keep a gauge in the glove box. It takes 2 minutes. It's one of the cheapest things you can do with one of the most direct impacts on both range and long-term battery health. Update your software. Your EV isn't a static machine. It gets smarter over time, if you let it. Battery management, charging efficiency, thermal control, regenerative braking calibration, all of it runs on software that manufacturers update regularly. These aren't cosmetic changes. They're refinements based on real-world fleet data that directly affects how your battery charges, how it handles temperature, and how accurately your range is estimated. Skipping updates means leaving those improvements on the table. In some cases, it also means missing fixes for known charging issues or thermal management behavior that's been shown to accelerate degradation. Most EVs can download and install updates automatically when connected to Wi-Fi. Park with a Wi-Fi connector when you can. Check for pending updates once a month when you run your battery check. It costs nothing, takes no effort, and in some cases has measurably improved battery behavior after installation. Watch temperature exposure. Extreme temperatures are where batteries age faster than any other factor, and most EV owners underestimate it. Heat is the primary threat. Lithium-ion cells operate best between 20 and 40 degrees Celsius. Park in direct sunlight during summer, and internal battery temperatures can spike to 50 or 70 degrees, levels where chemical reactions inside the cells accelerate, including the ones that cause permanent capacity loss. A battery consistently exposed to high heat can lose 20% more capacity over 5 years compared to one kept in moderate temperatures. Cold is a different problem. It doesn't degrade the battery the way heat does, but it reduces available range and makes charging slower, especially if you start driving or charging without preconditioning first. Most modern EVs have a preconditioning feature that brings the battery to its ideal operating temperature before you drive or charge. Use it. In cold weather, activate it while the car is still plugged in, so the energy comes from the grid, not the battery. In hot weather, park in shade or a garage whenever you can. Temperature management won't show up dramatically in a single month, but over years, owners who consistently protect their batteries from thermal stress track well below the average degradation rate. The ones who park in direct heat daily track well above it. The routine that adds years to your EV. Every habit on this list works individually, combined into a monthly routine. They become something more powerful, a system that keeps your battery balanced, your software current, your efficiency data accurate, and your charging habits in check. Here's what the routine looks like in practice. Check tire pressure first, all 4 tires, cold gauge, door sticker PSI. Takes 2 minutes and protects both range and battery cycle count. Pull up your energy history. Look at 30 days of consumption data. Flag any drop in efficiency or charging performance that's outside your normal baseline. Review your charge limit. If it crept back up to 100% daily, reset it to 70 to 80% for everyday use. Audit your fast charging. If you leaned on DC chargers heavily this month, shift back toward level 2 for the next 30 days. Run a full calibration balance charge if your manufacturer recommends it. Charge to 90 to 100%. Leave the car plugged in for 30 to 60 minutes after completion. then return to your daily limit within 24 hours. This is when the battery management system equalizes individual cell voltages and updates its capacity calculations with accurate data. Check for pending software updates. Install anything available. That's the full routine. Most of the active time is under 10 minutes. The car handles the rest. This is how EVs reach 200,000 and 300,000 miles without major battery intervention. Not because of luck or favorable chemistry, because the owners ran a simple system every month and let the compounding work in their favor. A Model Y owner tracked his battery health over 3 years. For the first 18 months, he charged to 80% nightly and skipped the monthly routine. His display range at 100% dropped from 326 miles to 301, about 7.5% degradation. When he added monthly balance charges and kept the rest of these habits consistent, over the next 18 months, he lost only 6 additional miles, 2% more loss across the same usage and mileage. That's not a miracle, that's a system. Your battery doesn't need to be a mystery. 10 minutes a month, the right charge limit, clean tires, updated software, and smart temperature habits. That's the gap between an EV that's struggling at 120,000 miles and ones that's still pulling strong at 300,000. Drop a comment below. Which of these habits are you already running? And which one caught you off guard? Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you there.